What's going on, guys? Another video here. Starting to get a little dark out. Still working hard. I've been a little slow at the shop working on my own projects because we got customers coming in, and like I said, you know, I run OBH, so it'll be times where I have to work on customers' truck before mine, and that's how it rolls around here. Customers come first. So but I did want to go over this one customer's truck that we are working on in the shop right now. Just a 97 F350 single cab long wheelbase clean truck, like 200,000 miles on it. We just put a new H-pop today in it, got it running good. Oil change, fuel filter change, and now we're getting ready to coat the frame. We're pulling the axles and pulling all the axles, getting the frame ready, getting the axles all prepped and ready for some paint. He's going with gloss black to make this truck look brand new. Great customer of mine. He's been supporting my business since I started. He's actually one of the reasons I started my own business. He's used me back when I didn't have a name and didn't do anything OBH related, but he still uses me today, and I'm so glad and thankful for all the customers that come in and support local businesses right now, definitely in the time that we're in. But today I just wanted to kind of go over the paint that I'll be using on his truck, and this is the epoxy primer that I'll be using with the hardener, and we're going with jet black. That's the code that we'll be using for his frame, and this is the stuff that we'll be coating it with. I'm just trying to put out some more videos of different stuff besides just my truck related, and yeah, just wanted to give you a look at this truck. Beautiful truck. He's got a new grill, new headlights coming, and these are the wheels that it will be leaving here with. Tomorrow we are pulling the axles and getting everything ready to this thing will be on jack stands, so we'll have the shop, you know, the shop is packed full with my truck in here, his truck, so Alright guys, just giving you an update on what all has happened to the truck while my camera had died, and just giving you an update. I had it charged up, but today we worked on the front and rear axle, got it torn apart, or just took the covers off. Started cleaning it up behind the chunk, got all the dirt from, and working inside the knuckles on both sides. Got them cleaned up pretty good. Like, I'll have to clean them up a little bit more before we start painting, but got a lot done. It's getting dark out, but everything's clean. I still got to do the axle tubing, but did get to start on the frame a little bit. Let me get some light. As you can see, it is not bad at all for a 97 model. This has not been done, so this is what it would look like in this, and then take all that off and smooth it up. And the primer that we're using is going to fill in most of the little pivots and make it look real nice, and then we'll go with the gloss black. But that's what we've gotten done today. Been working most of the day on it, and yeah, just giving you an update on that part. And tomorrow we'll start on the actual frame and the axle tubing, and then Monday we will start spraying primer. So that's the plan for the truck. But tonight is over and I'm ready to go home. So still got the shop packed. Customer did come by today, dropped off. We're going to replace the exhaust that's on the truck because it wasn't finished. So he dropped that off. He's getting a lot more parts are coming in. The front diff cover, shocks. I think we're going to do brake lines, stainless steel brake lines. So taping all that up. Well, we didn't know we were going to do that at the time, but I'll have to take all this off and put stainless steel lines on it. We're going to take the calipers off and paint them silver. Alright guys, we're getting pretty close to having everything sanded or wire brushed on the frame and axles and everything. Just kind of giving you a look around. I still got to do the axle shaft and clean up the chunk in the rear, but the frame is done. The rear is done. I do have to go back and do a couple like sanding by hand in a couple spots. Then we got to do these pieces right here. This is the rear leaf springs, and all track bars and all that. So rear diff cover, and then we'll have to hit the rest with like some 120 sandpaper, and then we'll be ready to lay the primer down. So that's where we're at, and I just wanted to do a little update before we started taping up and everything like that. But so as you can see, we took the shock mount off. He's getting dual shocks put on in the front, so we're waiting for that piece to come in, and I'll have to paint this piece black. I think it's coming raw metal. So that's what we're waiting on, or that's why we took that bracket off on both sides. He's getting a dual shock kit with, I think he's running smooth body Fox shocks, so they'll look good. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. It's the next morning. I'm about to do a little bit of sanding, and then I'll be done with all this. Since I have a few pieces off, figured I'd show you what it should, look like after you're done. This is what it looks like before, and after it'll be a little bit more shiny and no more rust spots. I mean, you can't get up in there, but you can get in there with some sandpaper after you get done, but you want to get the most you can get before you actually start sanding. And then up in here, the flat one does good with getting up in here, because we're not taking the leaf springs all the way apart. We're just gonna spray them like this, but I'm gonna hit the tops with the cup because we're about to run out of the wheel for today. I'm gonna go get another one, but I don't have another one right now. But just wanted to show you what it should look like whenever you get done, or pretty close to this. And working on these next. You see how nasty these are?
Bye, Felicia.